Wait, we go like this, right?
Ooh.
Slobs, we cannot swear.
You do whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
This close? Oh, my God.
What do you think? Adults.
What are our topics?
Thank you for joining me.
Restart it.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Slobs Anonymous. I'm Joey C., accompanied by my host,
KB.
KB.
I'm here. How are
Happy
you?
Friday to everybody listening.
Oh, yeah. Happy Friday.
To the 3 people that joined us. Our numbers are going down. There's only 3 people listening now.
No, it's 2.5.
2.5.
It's the half man from the
right.
Jerry
I forgot about him.
Springer episodes. I can't
Spit
talk.
it out.
Yeah, right. Spring forward.
Well, yeah, happy Friday and welcome back to those of you listening. We are here today with movie topics.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about everything. Shit we don't like, shit we do like.
Let's go to the movies.
Come on out to the lobby. But first and foremost, you guys give a shit about our weeks and what's going on. Cabes, what's going on? Talk to me.
I have so much that happened this week.
All right, anyway, our first topic.
So I went and I decorated for my mother-in-law's 50th grammar school reunion party.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I realized that next year I would have been graduated from grammar school for 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, holy shit,
You can't be knowing stuff like that.
I feel
That
really
stuff, yeah,
old.
That'll mess you up.
Yeah, and then I realized what else I realized is like I've been friends with a lot of my friends since before then. So then when I thought about it, I was like, damn, I'm really old. And
Yeah.
it was not a fun time.
Nope.
But I enjoyed decorating it. I got stung by a bee for the first time.
For the first time?
That I could remember, yes.
Shit.
Yeah.
I've never been stung by a bee.
You've never
No,
been...
so
well, let me tell you, I've had
Walk me
tattoos
through
that
this.
felt better than this bee sting.
Come on.
I swear to God. It
I
hurt
don't like that.
so bad. I was not a fan, and I had to go to the not to the emergency, but to the immediate care because I felt like I was going to be Thomas J. and I was going to
Jesus.
pass away.
Can't see without her glasses.
Exactly.
I've never even seen that movie, but I know what you're talking
really?
about. No,
Oh my God, it's so good. You had to see that movie,
All
my
right.
girl.
Well,
Come on.
here's the other thing.
Add it to the list.
Along with the topic, we're probably going to end up having like a list of movies where like, all right, you got to go see that.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, for sure. Or you've never seen that?
Yeah, it's going to be that for an hour today.
Get ready.
Yeah.
I went to 2 new restaurants this weekend.
2?
Yeah.
I think I've been to 2 new restaurants all year.
Yeah, I was excited. I'm trying to knock them off
Where'd
my
you go?
list. I went to this place called Las Fuentes.
Mexican food?
Yeah,
Nice.
Morton Grove. And then I went to Monty's Cheesesteaks.
Oh, yeah,
Philly
I've been to
cheesesteaks
Monty's.
in Lincoln Square.
Yeah, I
It
threw
was-
up afterwards.
Are you serious?
Yeah, cheesesteaks don't sit well with me. I don't know why.
Oh, my God, they were
Something
so
wrong with me.
good.
Yeah, it was good going down. It's kind of like Taco Bell. Good going down, and then you regret it.
Oh, no, I did not regret. I had no regrets. No regrets.
No regrets?
And then I actually have a question for you, but do you want to finish with how your week was first?
Yeah, I think the highlight of my week was speaking of Taco Bell, I tried that new chalupa street taco.
Is it good?
I've never tasted a better item on their menu. I'm going to
Really?
be kind of sad when they get rid of them.
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
They take the gordita wrapper. They take the gordita shell, like that they have on like the cheesy gordita crunches, and then they put a deep fried chalupa shell in the middle of that, and they fuse them together with cheese.
Ooh.
And then they put steak, cilantro, and onion. And that's
Really?
it. And it's phenomenal.
How's the steak, though?
And then a sauce. They put like this Zam sauce, this orange sauce in there.
Ooh.
It's fucking incredible. And they give you 2 per order. They're 2 little street tacos. Yeah.
I have to try that. And
It's-
I'm not even
I'm
a
telling
fan
you,
of Taco Bell anymore.
No, I've kind of been turned off just because of how expensive it's gotten, and it's just terrible. I'm gonna go like get Chipotle or real Mexican for that price.
Right.
But I was like feeling it, and I saw the ad for it, and I'm like, I'm definitely gonna go try that. $5 for 2 tacos. It was.
And
They were incredible. 10 out of 10 would eat there again.
Damn, I gotta try it now.
But
Thanks
yeah,
a lot.
That's the highlight of my week.
Wait, didn't you go see a concert last week?
Oh yeah, that was Saturday, so it's technically not this week. But yeah, went to my buddy's lake house, and we saw all the Offspring and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Cypress Hill.
And I haven't asked you how it was because I want to know how it was.
I mean,
I've been waiting to ask you
all right,
on the
yeah,
air.
because I was texting you while I was there.
I was like,
The
you
Offspring,
asshole.
The Offspring did cover some Ramones, And I was like, if there's one person, as I look over
As I'm
and
wearing
you're
a
wearing your
Ramones
Ramon
t-shirt.
shirt, yeah, you would have really enjoyed it. Of the 3 bands, we were walking in as Cypress Hill was finishing
Cypress Hill, I don't really care about.
Yeah, but you actually know more Cypress Hill than you
Probably.
think you do. And it was kind of weird to see like a rap group up there with like 2 rock groups. But
yeah,
it was and it was like a Harley Fest, so it was the experience was awesome.
Dude, so like, why didn't I go?
You missed out.
I would have died.
If they do, it sounds like they do this once every 5 years.
So is this like Panty Melter's heaven?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah. The fact that I couldn't find a drunken whore to go home with, it's making me question all of my. It's making me question my moral compass.
Oh gosh.
For sure.
So wait. So how was it?
Of all the bands, The Offspring took the cake.
Really?
Yes.
I figured.
I'm not like a super fan or anything, but when I could go to a concert and I know every song but one of them.
Yes, see, you had the total opposite experience of me.
Why?
Because remember when I went to the other concert and I was like, what's happening?
You're like, I don't know any of this stuff.
Oh my God.
That's how it was when I went to go see the Black Crowes.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I'm like, there's 5 songs in a row that I don't know. And I thought I knew a bunch of Black Crowes.
Right.
But
it's like you feel insulted.
Yeah. You're like, why'd they do this to me?
But you knew
it's personal. I did, yeah. But you know what? I owned that Black album of the greatest hits.
Yeah,
for the
it was
Offspring.
that original Prankster and all that stuff.
Yeah, it had everything on there. And I even knew the new song because I saw it come out a week or 2 ago. And I'm like, I didn't know they were still making music. And I listened to it and I was like, meh, it's a song. But live, the song kicks ass.
Yeah.
Like I'll never be able to listen to it the same because
live
it was just
live.
Incredible. Their banter with the crowd was hilarious.
I'm shocked that Red Hot Chili Peppers weren't.
Red Hot Chili Peppers were, for me, dog shit. And I know we have a listener who's listening who loved the show more than the Offspring and was creaming in his pants along with the other
Chili
guy
Peppers.
we were with.
I'm
shocked. So
shocked.
do I. But every song opened up with a jam. Where it was like Flea just.
It was just too much.
And then like Chad Smith would come in on the drums and they'd start jamming with each other.
Yeah.
And then they'd play a song you didn't know.
I was fangirling over Snapchat.
No, it was not. There was nothing. For me, it was I'm glad I saw them because like the 6 songs I knew, I was like, oh, that's fun. Yeah, I could show you their set list after. I do not know these songs by their titles, that's for sure. Like,
okay.
I was like, there was even 1 or 2 where I was like, oh, I know the song, I wouldn't know it by the title, but then it was literally every other song was a deep cut. They do a hit, then a deep cut, then a jam, then a hit, then a deep cut, then a jam, then a hit, then a deep. Okay. But I was like, there was too much jamming, too much like impromptu, no fucking with the crowd or nothing. It was like they're like, all right, we're here, we're gonna play, and we're getting off the fucking.
Well,
stage.
they probably figure they're the Chili Peppers. They don't have to do all that.
No, and that's the psychology of it might have fucked with me a little too. Where I'm like, I get it, you're whatever. But like, fuck that. Offspring came up, dude. They were making it was like a fucking stand-up show up there. They were cutting jokes and fucking making everybody laugh and then just like, but they're like, hey, everybody ready to get rowdy and start cursing, like like it was just like funny. It was like a fun
Did they play Why Don't You Get a Job?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
I'm telling you, every hit you think they would have played, they fucking played.
I'm so fucking jealous.
It was really cool.
And then you text me, you're like, they're playing the Ramones.
The second Blitzkrieg Bop started up, I was like, man, she's gonna hate me for this. But
yeah, and I'm like, did you take a video? You're like, no, you could check YouTube.
I'm sure someone will put it on YouTube.
I was like, what a dick. I didn't even call you an asshole. I was like,
I know.
What
Straight
a douchebag. I was like, wow. It's like, here, you want a candy? Oh, wait, sorry. You can't.
I'm going to eat this.
Yeah, I licked it.
I'm going to enjoy this Offspring instead.
Yeah, I was like, well, I mean, I get it. Because I really don't love like filming at concerts because I like to like genuinely
I want to experience it.
Be in the moment.
Me.
I get it, but I was like, why the fuck did you even text me that then?
Well, I just, I didn't want to wait till now and you'd be like, what? Like, it would have been funnier.
Dude, that was very Home Improvement. Yeah.
It would have been funnier that you have that Ramon shirt on.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. And it was a fluke. I forgot about it until just now. But I was like, what a douchebag. Yeah. Like, who texts like that? So, anyways, we don't have any slob stories.
No slob stories?
No.
All right, this is the APB we're putting out.
I mean, actually,
you 2.5 people listening.
I'm gonna convince my mom to give us her slob story from
Does she have one?
yesterday. Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
It was really bad. She was almost arrested.
Oh, all right. That's excellent.
I'm gonna convince her to send it in.
Local Chicago.
It
woman.
won't be anonymous, but we all know her now. She was on the air,
Yeah,
she's
basically
on an episode.
one of the stars at this point.
Exactly. And no one will be surprised when they hear she was almost arrested.
No, after hearing about her, yeah.
Yeah, so.
The fact that she wasn't, I'm kind of a little upset.
Yeah, right.
I expect more from you, Tina.
Anyways.
I expect the bracelets.
Yeah, right. At least the ankle one.
Yeah.
For a few months.
Someone's got to make bail around here.
Yeah, right. The last thing I told her to is, whatever you do, don't go to jail because I don't get paid till Friday. And then I got a call. Your mom's in the back of a cop car. I was like,
you're
what?
You're going to go there with your checkbook and go,
fuck?
You're going to go, don't cash this till Friday, dog.
Yeah, right.
Just slip it in under that window and just, the guy's going to be like, get the fuck out of my
yeah,
sight.
he's going to be like, goodbye. I'm like, do you like Louis Vuitton? Anyway, so a really big thing that happened this week was...
you got more.
Yeah, this is
you literally lead a way more exciting life than I do.
No, this is for you.
Oh, okay.
This is for you. Since we have no slob story, I was like, I have a question for Joe.
I have one, but if you have a question, go for it.
Oh, do you have a slob story?
About me?
No, just in general.
It's about me, but if I can spare my pride
spare it. Keep it.
I'm going to hold on to this one. It's the last one I got for a while.
Question that I have
I've
for
been
you.
doing this every week, but Kaylee's Corner has been coming in the clutch.
I'm sorry. I have so many questions for you.
10 times fast. Kaylee's Corner has been coming in the clutch.
Oh, gosh. So are you aware that the crime scene photos from Gypsy Rose's mom were released this week?
They were never public?
No. So they were leaked. They were leaked. The actual photos of
that the investigators took.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
is this a big deal for something?
Well, for me, because I've been following this case for ever. Okay. So
I'm familiar.
Because I'm crazy, So I'm assuming you didn't see them.
No.
I would highly advise not viewing them.
I mean, I've seen some shit.
No, these are pretty brutal.
I'm so desensitized.
So
let's pull up right now.
Oh, God. You can't. I've seen them. I looked them up because I'm a sick bitch, and I was like, I have to know. I have to know what this looks like.
Right.
And then I got halfway through, and I texted my cousin, Jessie, and I was like, Jess, I need you to do me a solid. I need you to look at these photos and tell me if I can handle them.
Oh, man.
The rest of them. And she's like, so she sent them to me and was like, I'm going to send them to small, so you have to zoom in. And I zoomed in, and I was like, ooh, rough.
Really?
Yeah. I was like,
what was the murder?
So she was stabbed 17 times.
Nice.
The mom.
Like in the face?
All over her body.
Nice.
There's literally one where she they fillet her neck in the back. I don't know if they were attempting to decapitate her or what exactly.
Yeah, because I know the guy that the girl was dating was also cuckoo bananas.
Well, the guy is the one who actually killed the mom.
Right.
So technically, but that's what my question is.
It's
I want to know.
It's like a Marilyn Manson thing where it's like he didn't really kill anybody.
Right.
He just led them to kill everybody.
He's just a master manipulator.
Right. He made them all drink the Kool-Aid. That was it.
Yeah. So that was my question. I want to know, do you think, because now there's this whole thing on social media where everyone's up in arms, if she should be labeled as guilty and she should have not been getting out at 8 years. And now they're like, oh my God, this is horrible.
I don't think she should have ever, I don't know 100% of the stuff like you probably do. I know the gist. I've seen a couple documentaries.
Right.
I don't think she should have ever been put away at all, period. Because she didn't lift a finger. And when you find out all the years of what she had to go through,
right?
I'm like, yo, it's justified. I don't even like at that part of the documentary, I got up and I was cheering. I was like, fuck that bitch, put her in the ground. The other guy's got blood on his hands. You know what I'm saying? He did that. She didn't hire him to do it. There was no hey, can you? He was like, hey, I can do this. Mm-hmm. And the fact that she was just okay with it. I was also okay with it.
Okay.
But it's different if you're going to get a hitman or something. It's you're paying someone to go, you know what I mean? Her mother was a terrible fucking person.
Right. Oh yeah, there is no doubt.
That's like someone killing Adolf Hitler or fucking you're just a terrible person.
Right.
And it's I don't see the problem, I guess. And,
Okay.
I don't believe she should ever been
So you think that
all.
8 years was even too
I think
much?
it was a waste of time, yeah.
Okay.
Now, not only is her life turned upside down by what happened to her, but now she's 8 years in jail, and all she can do is deliver pizza for the rest of her life.
Right.
Like, she ain't going to get a job anywhere.
Well, now she's
her
making
name,
probably more than all of us
probably,
for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
She's glorified for
Sure. I mean,
manipulating
she's
someone to
survived,
kill her mom.
Yeah.
Right.
But she's survived that's insanity. The shit that she went
Oh,
through.
yeah, I agree. What she went through was insane. Like, that she literally suffered from her mother's mental illness. But the thing that I think is so amazing, this is why I'm asking, is because all these people now that were in this position that you were in, that were like, oh yeah, like she should have never gotten anything. Like, she should have been cleared. Now all these people are like retracting, and they're like, oh my, after they've seen these photos, they're like, this was a horrifying murder. This was a homicide.
She didn't do it, though.
But I do think that, I don't think that's 100% true. Personally, I do think she had some involvement, because these are like, to stab someone 17 times.
But the dude did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I'm saying.
But I think she had some part in doing it too.
Sure.
I do.
But,
I don't care what anyone
and even
says.
if it came out and she's like, yeah, I told him to do it, I'd be like,
oh, she did. She admitted that
sure.
she told him to do it.
But
I think she did it as well.
Oh, you think she like was physically on
yes.
the knife and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's some time to be served.
That's what
I'm pretty
believe.
black and white with it.
Right.
It's like, were you holding the gun? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, I feel like words don't kill people.
Right.
The knife kills people. Like, I don't know.
No, it makes sense. It's a valid point
with things, but
I just think it's interesting how people are retracting now, because they've seen these
sure.
photos. They're like, oh, this is so horrifying. And I'm like, what did you fucking think?
Well, now that the mom is gone, they need a new person to be mad at.
Right.
Like, they're like, all right, let's make a documentary on why she's a piece of shit. Like,
right.
That's society.
But I'm like, this literally just shows that society is so
it's warped.
fucked up that it took them to release these crime photos of this like gruesome fucking homicide for them to be like, oh wait, no, actually it's literally all smoke and mirrors.
Right.
To me, that's all I've gathered from this situation. Is like, it's crazy, and you can tell people anything you want them to believe, they will believe it.
Yeah.
If you make them feel bad enough about it.
Absolutely.
Like, you can guilt trip anyone into anything.
Well, and that's the other thing. It's like if it was a more milder murder, like, oh, they put the fucking
right. If they just
a
slipped
cup
her
of
a
bleach
pill,
in her, they slipped her a pill. Like, is it so much work? Like, is it still, you know?
Right. This was a gruesome act.
Well, right, and it absolutely was.
Of,
I don't deny that.
Right.
I'm saying it's like, you had the fucking devil incarnate in that woman. Like, that's fucking.
Yeah, she was crazy.
That bitch was insane. She wasn't doing anything for anybody positively, but herself.
Exactly.
Like, to just be a self-absorbed fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Get her out of here.
But
I'm okay with it.
I've deep dived a little bit more into it, and she actually had the same situation with her mom, not to the severity of Gypsy Rose, but her mom
there was like some narcissism and
Munchausen
shit.
syndrome too.
Yeah.
So that was reflected on her. So it makes sense.
Right. Which kind of makes me a little afraid for whatever the hell happens to Gypsy Rose, because
her baby, she's pregnant now.
Yeah, that scares the shit out of me.
Exactly. That's what
I'm saying. The apple
don't
fall far from the nut case.
Exactly.
Right? Like, it's what it is.
But yeah, so I'm like, I gotta find out Joe's take on this.
You know me, I'm brutal as fuck. I don't.
So am I. I'm like, what are these people thinking?
People probably aren't gonna like me after this, but it's every episode.
No, I agree.
I'm not gonna candy coat it. What's right is right.
People text me after like, I can't believe you don't like this. And I'm like, sorry.
I can't believe you don't like it. Oh my God.
But anyways, on to movies.
Yeah, let's get rolling. Movies. I consider myself a movie buff up until this point.
Topic.
I was like, all right, Kaylee sent me a beautifully laid out skeleton of a outline, and like all up until yesterday, like there was a bunch of shit I feel like I should have input or suggested or helped in any way, because she was leading the horse on this one.
And I was literally doing this as I was setting up that reunion.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, these seem like general topics.
Right. And I thought of like 100 this morning where I'm like,
Same.
damn it, we should have fucking done X, Y, Z. But so we've got movies we think are overrated, and then just our top fives of action, thriller, horror, comedy, drama, holiday, sports, and Disney.
And we're gonna we could venture out I think.
I mean,
if there's a movie, I'm like,
I'm
no.
going to talk about it.
Exactly.
I'm no stone unturned here.
Right. Exactly.
And I considered myself a movie buff before trying to do this. I literally, not only was I like, what's a drama movie? But
same.
But what drama movies do I like?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or
I'm
like what?
Do I like these?
I'm like, I like this movie, but does that even fit into any of these categories?
Right.
Like it just.
I feel you.
Insane.
I feel you.
You came with a laundry list of movies that are underwhelming
to
or
me.
overrated.
I don't know if they're underwhelming to anybody else.
I was in the impression we were just doing like top 5 because I could have gone on and on when it comes to that shit too. Like
okay.
I usually when people tell me to go see a movie, it's usually not the best.
Right.
Like, it's just like whatever.
Yeah. Well, everyone has a different taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
I respect it. I respect the art of it. It's like music. I try to understand where the movie was coming from before I just poo-poo on it. But like there's some shit that I just can't tolerate.
I agree.
So with you having the ginormous list you have, why don't you just start rattling some of those fuckers off?
Well, the Barbie movie, I loved it, but it was underwhelming.
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Once I heard certain things about
and it's
it, I was
gonna
like,
be
I'm
very
out.
it's gonna be very unpopular opinion because everybody loved it. I felt like
no, I got more of like your reaction. A lot of people were like, nah, don't go see it.
I was very underwhelmed. The like picture of it, everything looked exactly how I would have imagined it to look, but the storyline itself just took it was kind of like woke for me.
Oh yeah, and
a little bit.
I mean, you know me. I'm not on that train.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know about this, but there were good scenes. It was a good movie. It was like good, but
aesthetically, it did look
aesthetically
cool.
It was beautiful. It was done beautifully, but it just like there was just too many turns in it that I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, and it was so like it was so big, and I was just I love Barbie, so I was like, this has got to be it, and it just was underwhelming.
Yeah.
This may not be a popular take too,
what?
But I think the remakes of the Nightmare on Elm Street were very underwhelming.
The one from when was that?
It was like 2005 or something. Yeah.
My high school was in that movie.
I know.
My brother was in that movie.
know.
He's an extra in the background.
I know.
Yeah.
Or no, it wasn't 2000. It was like 2010 maybe.
And that's the other thing. I try to respect the reboots for like kind of in a new style, just to see
how
what
they
angle
take
they're
it.
playing.
Right.
And I did like it, like, because I try to separate it from the original idea. I'm like, if I was seeing this movie and didn't know who Freddy Krueger was, or Nightmare on Elm Street, would I like this movie by itself? And I do.
It's not a bad movie by itself. I just
felt
like
it's not going to be like the original.
No, well, and that's not even it. It's just the hype of it. I felt like it was so hyped up at the time. And then everyone was like, "Oh, you have to see this! Like, if you love Freddy."
Oh, really?
To me,
because it was hyped up for us because
Freddy Krueger is my favorite, horror character.
Right.
So everyone's like, "Oh, you got to see this! You got to see this!" And when I saw it, I was like, "Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not Freddy Krueger. He doesn't even sound like Robert
That's what I'm saying. It's like they took a more human approach.
It was
to the
very
situation.
human. I mean, there's great scenes like that scene where he's like cutting or whatever, and he's like cutting the guy in half, and he's like, your brain still lives on like for 7 minutes after you're dead.
It's still entertaining.
Like, it's good.
It's dark. Like
it was. I mean, because I'm sick, and I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Right. Yeah.
But it was underwhelming to me a little bit, And the It remakes.
Oh, you didn't like them?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I was like very underwhelmed by them.
Oh man. I
it's
walked
not a
out
popular
of those,
opinion. Everyone loved them.
Yeah, I mean, I walked out of the theater for both of those with my.
I was with you.
Jaw,
I think
we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, did you play that off?
No, I was like, it was good. It was good, but it was like not worth the hype. I thought.
And maybe it's just because I only saw the original one. I think I saw it when I was a lot young. I don't remember the original.
That's why.
And if you have a deep connection with the original, I can understand that. I get it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because I feel like I watched the original like really, really young, and it scared me so much. And like This one wasn't bad. I mean, like the storyline of the It movies are really good.
Yeah.
I like the storyline. I like
the kids acting.
They're phenomenal.
I mean, the casting was incredible.
The casting is great.
I enjoyed the kids like more than It. Like
right.
It was, and then It was just gruesome. When they showed what's his name, Georgie's arm get torn off right in the first 5 minutes. Yeah. My jaw hit the floor.
Yeah.
I was like, two things I feel like you can't fucking like
kill a kid.
You can't kill a kid.
Right.
Like that, or you can't hurt a kid.
Right.
In a horror movie. So when they like broke down that barrier,
I
was like, dude, this is different, man.
That was like the new Pet Sematary. When they redid Pet Sematary, they killed a kid, and I was like, oh my god.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, they run him over with a bus.
I couldn't imagine.
And I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like you don't expect it.
No.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's like they broke the rules of regular movies, but I don't know. I know it's not a popular opinion, but I just like there's something about the original that I just like really like better.
I get it. I don't
know.
There's certain things I feel about that. I completely get it.
I also have The Nightmare Before Christmas, which we've discussed on previous
episodes.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to understand
it.
that because it's just we're next.
Yeah, right.
Because that's monumental.
We've beat that
to
death.
That's monumental.
This is going to be very unpopular for you. The Three Stooges.
Anything?
Yeah,
that's not. I mean,
I think the Three Stooges.
It's not. And you know what? I'm gonna even go. There's one woman I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
Who likes the Three Stooges?
Right.
And she was a cat lady, so like it's not even. Like, I don't know if she even counts.
She's actually no longer a lady.
Yeah, I don't know. She has turned into a cat. Officially.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, I don't.
She's now a feline.
It's definitely not for women.
Yeah,
I'm just. That's not me being chauvinist. It's just what I know, and it's what people. No woman has. I bring it up and they scoff. They roll
if
their
you're
eyes.
a woman that likes the Three Stooges, please let me know.
Oh yeah, please let me know.
Yeah,
Fuck,
right.
I'm ready to put a ring on it today. Fuck.
Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
I personally think
I can't do it.
Underwhelming.
I can't do it. And with Disney cranking out a movie like every 6 months, I wouldn't even be able to keep up with it.
I agree.
They've ruined any chance that franchise had with me liking it. It's too much.
There's so much going on.
Any of the Marvel shit too, like there's the multiverses and shit. I'm like, dude, there's 46 movies to this multiverse.
Right.
Like, what the hell is?
Right. It's too much.
I don't understand. And now they're recasting Freddie Prinze Jr. That's not his name. Robert Downey Jr. as a new character who's a villain in the universe.
Oh, I have.
He also plays Iron Man.
Right, I was gonna say.
So it's like what?
Iron Man?
Yeah. So it's like I don't know what's going. It's just like lazy casting at this point too.
It's just like, well, he works there. Let's just put him here.
And then the guy who plays Captain America, I believe, plays like someone in the Fantastic Four, or like they're blending shit together, and it's like just give another actor a try.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bring someone up. Bring a fresh face.
They're pulling an Adam Sandler.
Oh, that's another one. I can't talk about those movies. But keep going.
We will talk about them. Trust me. The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those.
Never. I went to the first one and I fell asleep in it. I'm not lying.
But they're like 9.5 hours long.
It was like a 3-hour long movie, and I was like, "This is so bad."
And it's got to be nothing. Was it nothing but dialogue?
Literally, I don't know. It felt like I was just watching green fields of people running through them, and I just fell asleep.
Yeah.
I just passed
maybe it's just because like I'm uneducated. I don't fucking know.
I think it is.
It's probably me.
I think I've realized I don't appreciate fantasy movies.
Fantasy is very hard.
And sci-fi, I'm not into it.
I do like sci-fi, but it can't be like fantasy sci-fi.
Right.
Like aliens and shit, I'm all about. Like the X-Files.
Right.
Love me some X-Files.
Right. That's a totally like even what's that one show I watched?
Wayward Pines?
Yeah. That was good.
Wayward Pines, phenomenal.
But it like took this weird turn. You're like, what? Like,
right.
It's sci-fi.
But I can't be like learning new planet names and like
right. and
like these are the Gorthians and the fucking like whatever, like I can't just be you can't just be making shit up. You know what I mean? There's got to be some tie.
Like I don't know what
what
you can do. Like what is your like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they're like, "Oh, I'm a fairy and I have this this power. I'm like,
Yeah.
but how do you know
I
that?
can read minds.
Yeah,
no,
like,
you can't.
who knows that?
sit
How
the
do you
fuck
know
down.
that?
Why is all your skin blue? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just something doesn't make sense. And
Right.
for me, it's just there's too much I got to learn before I can enjoy the story.
Right.
All
exactly.
those stories, I feel like you can just apply them to a regular fucking
life, right.
earthly life.
Right.
Instead, they're like, no, we're gonna make up fucking 16 planets.
Yeah,
and
this is what this planet is
vehicles.
made of.
Yeah,
Like,
just like, can we just like turn into cops and robbers and call it a day?
yeah,
Like,
right.
fucking, it's silly to me. It's not for me. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not for me.
Right.
Don't hit stop yet. Okay,
yes,
keep
right.
listening
It's
to the
just
episode.
not for me either.
It's just not for me.
Napoleon Dynamite,
Really?
underrated.
Damn.
I mean,
Underrated? I
underwhelming.
was gonna say, in my opinion, it's underrated. So
I think I never
Damn,
understood. Like there
You're
is
cutting me now.
there
You're
is
cutting
that
me.
humor that I just don't like.
it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And I did watch it about 2 years ago again for the
Mm-hmm.
first time, like since it came out.
Right.
It is dumb as shit. Like I got through it, and I'm like, I feel like I lost some brain cells.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that enjoys it because I was in that dumb part of my teenage adolescence,
Right.
where that shit was funny.
Right. Oh yeah, there was.
It
a
was
time,
so dumb.
But I'm like, even when we were in that stage, I was like, I literally would go to like little house parties with like your 6 friends.
Yeah.
And we would be like, watch Napoleon Dynamite. I'm like, Tina the fucking llama shit. I don't understand that
Man,
humor.
Lord. I loved it.
Yeah, I
loved it for the day. It brings you back to a simpler time.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down
Maybe
to.
I should have been
It
more
totally does.
aware, but
Yeah.
to me, it is extremely underwhelming.
Do you ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, I don't watch that.
Oh my god!
It's not because I just haven't watched
There's
it.
a theory about the mom or the grandma from Napoleon Dynamite because she plays the mom in
This.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's not gonna make any sense to you, so
Oh,
don't worry
okay.
about it.
Sorry.
For those of you who are listening and you all like both of those things, you hit us up and we'll tell you about it.
Hit up Joe because I don't know.
Find us on Instagram.
The Halloween remakes, any of them.
I saw
Like
oh my
the
god.
Rob Zombie ones. Then there's the Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. I thought all of them were
I
very
didn't see any of them.
underwhelming.
Except for the first one, and the last 10 minutes got ruined for me because while I was watching it with a group of friends, someone in the room who I haven't been friends with in over a decade got a phone call that someone's mom's friend's coworker's dog's fish died.
Oh
It was
god.
one of those things
Yeah.
where like they legit didn't even know it and they like overreacted.
Oh,
And
God.
ruined the last 10 minutes of the movie where we had to like turn the lights on and shut it off. And I don't even know how the first movie ends.
The first
Remake. The Rob
first-
Zombie
oh,
one. Yeah,
okay.
I remember liking it up until that point, but I've never actually finished the fucking
Finished the
movie.
movie?
So
Oh, God.
I can't even formulate a final thought because it may it may make it bad in the last 10 minutes.
So
I
the
don't
thing
know.
is like they're not bad. They're not bad if they're standalone movies.
Okay.
The problem is they advertise it as a Michael Myers Halloween movie, and it's not like. First of all, I like the Rob Zombie movies to a point, but he's too like dirty graphic. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it almost makes it unpleasant for me
Yeah.
to watch them. Like where it's like the like stuff he talks about, like the dialect and everything,
Yeah.
is just like too dirty. Like I'm
Right.
like I feel like I need a shower after this.
He is gruesome.
Or
There's
like
no doubt about it.
wash out your mouth. You know what I mean?
Wash your ass.
So, as a standalone movie, it's good. It's not bad.
But it was one where people were like, go see it. And you were
yeah,
like, nah,
right.
this
And I'm like,
doesn't
it gives Michael Myers too much of a character. Like he's just supposed to be evil. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it gives him like a backstory, and he's in therapy and all this other crap.
See, and I am into that shit.
I like
that.
that.
Origin stories.
I like the origin story, but it's like for Michael Myers, he doesn't need one.
Right. You're like, just come out with a new character.
Yeah, right.
And just make a new thing.
Make a new killer. You know what I mean? So that's what it is for me. It's
I
like
get it.
I don't know, maybe I'm just like old school. I like the originals.
Hey, I respect it.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It is a certain level where you're like, am I just being blatantly disrespected?
Yeah.
Is my favorite movie just being blatantly tore up right now?
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, it's like
I 100% get it.
it's like it pains you a little bit, you know?
I get it.
But yeah, I don't know. The Hunger Games, I wasn't impressed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that whole
thought
genre
they were
I've realized
good.
I'm not like interested in.
I thought they were good because it's still like Earth. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like a post-apocalyptic looking,
right?
And then they like restructure the society where there's like levels and shit. I was like, this is crazy because it could almost happen.
That's what I'm like. I don't know. It was such a big hype though. They're not that bad. I've watched like I think 2 of them.
You know what the funny part is? The only reason I ended up watching them was because I got cast for a miniseries in college. Someone was doing a miniseries and as their senior project. Like, in order to graduate, that's what they're like. I want to be a filmmaker. I'm going to create a film. That's to be my final project. I'm going to work on it all semester. Nice. And they cast me as Hey Mitch, Woody Harrelson's character, the drunk. So I was like, all right, like I'm totally gonna do this. But they had to like change all the names and stuff due to copywriting. Mm-hmm. Like so instead of his name being Hey Mitch, it was Hey, Mitch. Like
oh my god,
they had to like do it in the scripts and stuff so like they wouldn't get hit for copyright. So somewhere in the deep annals of YouTube, there's something called the Cougar Games, and I'm in it.
All right, we have to look it up and post it now. The Cougar Games.
I think they're still up there, but like
I'm looking it up right. I'm looking it up after this episode.
I had a Jason Narvey who was a part of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show. The Bulk and Skull, the 2 bullies.
Yeah,
he's Jason Narvey is Skull.
Yeah,
so like I got to act in this thing with another like celeb. It was kind of cool.
You acted with the Power Rangers cast?
He was the one who like he was the theater teacher at Concordia University.
Oh, cool.
He's their professor there. So we all came in and he's like, all right, 101. Like he gave us all kind of some acting tips because a lot of the people who were in it had no acting chops.
Right.
So he was like teaching us how to act. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. And then
new.
And then he came to one of my gigs with one of my professors. Like,
oh, that's cool.
And I got a picture with him like on graduation day, like with my diploma and everything. It's pretty cool.
It's crazy.
I was nerding out for sure.
Oh
like,
yeah, you were like kind of like really cool.
I sat down with him after my gig. I was like, I have to pick your brain. He's like, go, literally anything.
Oh
like,
my
just
god!
Just to sit and it was so cool.
Awesome.
Such a cool dude.
Call him up. Tell him to come on our podcast.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
I know, right? Okay, Blair Witch Project.
Never saw it.
Okay.
Because of how overhyped it was.
Yeah,
I was like, it's overhyped, and everybody I'm talking to says it's overhyped.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm like, I don't even have the.
You don't even have to watch it.
So and I'm like, so do you see the witch? And they're like, well, kinda. And I'm like, well, do you? Is anybody die? And they're like, well, yeah, kinda.
It's awful.
It's like no one can give me a straight answer, and you're just scared the whole time for nothing.
I wasn't scared. I was like waiting for something to happen.
It
never happened.
From what I understand, it's an hour and a half of jump scares, and then you never see the witch.
Right. It's bad. Don't watch it.
Yeah,
I 10 out of 10 do not recommend.
I'm not into it. That sounds like a waste of an hour and a half.
The redone Exorcist that just came out like 2 years ago or last year.
There's like 19 of them now, though. There's so many.
The newest
Exorcist
one,
movies.
the last new
sure,
Exorcist.
It was probably bad.
It was awful. Or there's the 2 girls that are basically.
I didn't see it, but
it's awful. I literally went to see it in the drive-in, and I literally thought I was at the wrong movie.
When it comes to the horror movies,
yeah,
I am very story driven.
Right.
If the story doesn't have me gripped on an intellectual level where like there's something at stake or I don't like horror movies because they scare me. I like them because like the story's realistic and it could like legit possibly be something.
Right.
Like it's realistic and when it's made up, I'm more there for like the jokes and the fucking
drama, like the what just to see what happens.
Well, even like the Freddy movies aren't scary.
They're hilarious. Yes.
And that's why I like that style of horror movie.
But the concept of Freddy is terrifying.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
That's my favorite.
That's why I respected the new one because they took the Freddy character and they put the serious edge to it.
Right.
That could be the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I enjoy both of them.
But that's why I'm saying, like, if they would have just made that not Freddy Krueger, it would have been great.
I know what you mean.
But they had to make him Freddy. I'm like,
that's why I feel like clarify. It's like as a standalone thing.
Right.
I really liked it.
Yeah, but as a Freddy movie,
as a Freddy connoisseur, I could understand why you're like, nah, for me, dog.
Yeah, right.
I get it. I understand it. I get you, bro.
Did you see the black phone?
The black phone. No, I'm thinking of One Missed Call.
Oh yeah,
One Missed Call. Wait, what the hell's Black Phone?
Black Phone was like the one. It came out like a few years ago. It was like
it rings a bell.
It had like the guy who had like that creepy face mask, and he has like the black balloons, and he like kidnaps the kids. It's kind of like, and then they go in the basement, and he like locks them in, and it's like it's kind of like a thriller. It's
There's
not
a
really.
second one coming out in 2025.
That's disgusting.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Did you see it?
No, I remember seeing the trailer.
Yeah, it was a big hype.
And I heard this was hyped up.
Yes.
I don't know how this snuck past me where I didn't see it.
Very underwhelming.
Not good. Huh?
I think it was. I want you to watch it though, because I want you to see if you liked it. But
this October coming up, this fall season, you're gonna be stuck with me watching some of this stuff because nobody else likes fucking horror
love
movies.
them.
And there's a lot I've mississed out on because I just don't want to watch
them
for
by
obvious
yourself.
reasons. I'm not watching this shit by myself.
I
need to be able to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I ain't no puss, but like I gotta have at least one other person in the room.
Yeah.
Like we get some horror movie parties going. I'm down.
Yeah. Right. We'll get out of the horror stuff.
I was gonna say I'm noticing a trend here. You're just hating on horror right now.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like the more you like it, the more like critiquing you are.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna hate on something you're gonna hate me for.
Okay, what is it?
Terrifier.
See, I don't see my brother-in-law.
I do not like I know. Yeah, my cousin
is obsessed with Terrifier.
And
He is truly obsessed.
I loved it for the visual effects because there was no CGI.
Oh, it was.
I am a sucker for practical effects.
Right.
When there's actual like makeup and there's actual prosthetics going on and blood packs and shit, I don't care what you could do on a computer. I want to see how you pull off practical effects.
Right.
And that movie, 11 out of 10 when it comes to practical effects.
Right.
The story. Wait,
did you watch one or did you watch two?
I just watched one.
Okay, I've never seen two still.
Same. Or three.
There's three?
There's three. They just dropped the third one.
Oh, see,
or they're dropping the third one.
I haven't seen two yet or three.
Yeah.
I've only seen one, and I was pretty grossed out.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting.
It's very
and fucked
gory.
Up. Yeah, definitely fucked up. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it.
Exactly.
Which is why I think I was like, dude, what's the point?
Right.
Like, is he an escaped convict? Is he a fucking Munchausen by proxy guy? You know what I'm saying? Why is this guy
crazy?
And why is the police not
like
involved? Why is no? This is just like this is someone's nightmare. This is not. This isn't real.
Right.
Like this just would never fucking happen.
Well, what I think they did, which was smart, is they took the things of Michael Myers that are scary. The fact that he's just fucking evil.
Sure.
He has no backstory. And then they took the fact...
No, but he does have a backstory. He's an insane asylum.
No, but that was that one. The original Halloween, the John Carpenter version, he has really no backstory. He's just...
when what's his name? Remus? Or
Loomis?
Loomis? When he's going to pick him up from the fucking insane or the mental institution? Isn't that like how one of the movies starts out?
No, he escapes from jail.
Oh, from jail?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's just nuts.
Oh, yeah, he kills his parents in the first one.
So he's a psycho.
Yeah, he's just, there's no, reasoning for him being crazy.
But there's more there because you're like, oh, shit, now we have an insane psycho on the loose.
Right.
When you just have a clown.
He's just evil. Michael Myers is just evil. So that is what's terrifying to me about him.
Sure.
But what they did with Terrifier, which was kind of genius in a way, is they took that element of, like, just terrifying.
Yeah.
Just horrible. And then they mixed it with It, who is a terrifying character. Pennywise is a terrifying character.
Pennywise is a great character.
That is like the fear of most people, clowns. And they just combined it into one and made him a fucking sinister clown. And that's why Terrifier there's no reasoning to it.
Yeah.
So there's an element of the unknown that is scary. And it's either you're scared of it or you're not.
No, I mean, a lot of it I laughed at.
Yeah, it is funny.
It was reminiscent of like the Freddy Krueger movie.
Exactly.
But I went in, the way he was talking about the movie, my cousin, was like it was like the next fucking like Shawshank Redemption. Where it was like, yo, this is a monumental fucking
film.
Story, movie, film all around. And I was like, damn, I can't wait to see this. Like for him.
And he's a huge horror buff.
He's a man, yeah. And I like, there's a lot of the shit I like that he gets into. So to hear that this is like his all-time favorite movie, all of a sudden, I'm like, this has got to be rocking some socks,
right?
Like, there's no doubt. Again, visually, out of the park. Knocked it out of the park. I'm a sucker
gruesome
for visual.
murder. It's gruesome freaking murdering.
Right. And it's not just CGI bullshit. They had to like put a prosthetic leg and a
I will say I've watched a ton of horror movies. That was one of the most
craziest kill scenes I've ever seen. If
kill
you want
scene.
your jaw to, if you want shock factor,
exactly.
There's no jump. I think there might have been like one jump in the whole thing. They're not in it for the jumps.
It's not.
It's literally for shock factor.
It's eerie.
It's there.
And it's shock factor.
Right. It's there to be gory for the sake of just being over the top.
Yes.
It is to say it's over the top gory is an understatement.
It's like watching a Who concert. It's just a shit show.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like they
is
just
the Who band? I don't know.
The Who. You know the Who?
Yeah, like Bob O'Reilly. The
yeah,
Who?
like they just like destroyed their
right
for no reason.
Except this guy's destroying humans. Like, with his bare hands, or a hammer, or a saw, or whatever he can get his hands on.
Exactly.
Like the one scene, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, everyone who's seen it knows.
Holy shit! Yes,
it hurts
again,
my insides.
I'm here to underhype it and let you know the part that's amazing are the practical effects.
Yes.
Where like they have to make it look like he's doing these things without CGI.
Right.
And that's what I respect about the film. I can still respect it and not like it.
Right.
There's
no,
a difference.
exactly.
Because I'll probably end up watching the second one. And
I have to.
Right.
I have to watch
because
it.
I know there's going to be more practical effects. But now I know the story's going to be shit.
Right.
There's not going to be.
You don't go in there with any kind of expectation, except for none.
Right.
That's your expectation.
Exactly. And the problem was I went in with the
highest
the highest level,
right.
because I'm like, this is, if it's coming from my horror fan cousin. Like it's gotta be just the
bee's knees.
It's gonna change my life.
Yeah,
type of movie.
I might be a serial killer after this.
Because when someone says it's a great movie, I'm thinking from intro credits to end credits, like they've thought of everything.
Right.
And in there, it was just like, there's no story. This could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a clown. It doesn't have to be like, it's like, oh, he was a baby and he was raised in the circus and he was abused and it was, and then all he knew was to be a clown. Like. I like that shit. That shit gives me goosebumps.
I like that stuff
I need
too.
to know that
for certain things.
Right. But had I known this was going to be a mockery, not a mockery, but an homage to 40 years ago, the way they were making movies, I'd be like, oh, I get it.
Right.
And I wouldn't have been so pissed off. But when it ended, I watched it with both my brothers, and we were all like, what the fuck did we just watch? The three of us were so disappointed.
It's almost like you're watching a YouTube video.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Because some of it looks kind of cheap and cheesy.
It's very cheesy.
But you have to be in it for that ride.
Exactly.
You have to be in it for that ride,
I
or
agree.
it's not going to be fun. Because it wasn't fun. Just wasn't. It was not fun.
What else do you got?
Respect, though. The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride?
Yeah. I'm Inigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, yeah. No.
Don't waste your time. I think I watched it in college because everybody was like, dude, you haven't seen The Princess Bride? And I'm like, no. Fucking no.
And is it awful? Is it medieval?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yes. And it's like, I don't know if it's supposed to be. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this from like movie buffs. And
right.
I consider myself a movie buff, but this was from 1987. Starred, I would say Inigo Montoya. What's his name? Mandy Patinkin, Carrie Elwes.
Oh God.
Wallace Shawn, Billy Crystal, Andre the Giant.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it.
You've
but
seen
I know...
like the memes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just not. It's not for me.
Yeah.
The time is not for me.
I don't do those medieval ones either. I feel you.
I feel bad saying it. It's one of those that when people say it, I don't understand it.
Your skin
It says
curls.
family comedy. Like that's the overall consensus on that one.
And you were not impressed.
No. A fairy tale adventure about a beautiful young woman and her one true love. He must find her after a long separation, blah, 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 blah. It's just not for me.
I'm not impressed with Sleeping Beauty. I think Sleeping Beauty is underwhelming.
Like the cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
It's my least
bitch
favorite
is sleeping the whole time.
Disney movie.
Like, wake up. We got a movie to do.
Wake up, bitch. our alarm clock's going.
Did you get through your novel of?
Well, I have one that you're gonna hate. Is The Room.
I hate what?
I hated it.
No.
I hated it.
It's been a great episode, everybody. Thank you for joining us on Slobs and Lambies. If you haven't already liked us on Instagram, go ahead and like our page.
Yeah, I'm not
and
a
send us
fan.
your feet pics.
I just didn't get it.
There's nothing to get.
Exactly.
It's so bad that it's good.
That's why
all right. If you haven't seen The Room, do me a favor.
Do not
everybody.
watch
Go
it.
See The Room. Have a couple drinks or smoke a fucking joint.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I've watched it too sober.
No, I've gone to see it in theaters.
Yeah, that's fucking mind-boggling.
Because I didn't believe the rumors were true.
Yeah.
About what people do in the theaters, and they are absolutely true. There is a weird cult underground following of this fucking thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. To me, it was so underwhelming. I was like, what is this?
It's making a big deal out of nothing, essentially.
Yeah, I can't. You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
The director, Tommy Wiseau, he starred, directed, wrote, produced. Like, the guy is just so full of his own ass. It's amazing.
I can't.
And I still don't know where no one knows where he's from. No one knows why he's got a bunch of money to film. The movie was filmed in whatever it was, 18 millimeter or whatever the film is, and digital, and they mixed the fucking footage together because he didn't know what to shoot on because he didn't have any film background or anything. He didn't.
It's so
he went to
bad.
go rent a camera, and they're like, "Do you want 8 millimeter film or do you want digital?" And he's like, "I'll take both." Because he didn't know what to. He doesn't know, like, well, it's the digital age now. You're gonna want to shoot in digital. So some scenes you can clearly tell where they're digital, and the other where they're 8 millimeter film or 9 millimeter, whatever the fuck.
Millimeter.
Is it? I think it's 8 mil. 9 mil is the
I
block
was
that
so
I had.
underwhelmed. I just,
Yeah, well,
I was like,
and
like our
When
friends.
did you see it?
I watched it in with our friends group.
No, not me.
Yes.
Not with me.
I feel like when we used to go to like Nikki's house, it was always on. I felt
No
like
way.
Yes, way.
No.
And you guys would sit there and laugh at it. I'm like,
it was
this
because
is,
it's so stupid.
to me, I was like, this is like watching Monty Python. This is so bad.
Here it is. It's hilarious because he thought it was all genuine acting and like great storytelling.
Right. So maybe I just
The
don't
undertone,
get it.
that's the whole undertone.
Yeah, I
the
just
director,
don't get it.
because he's the director, he's the lead role, he's the producer, he wrote it all. He put his everything into this, and he thought this was going to be some fucking
Amazing movie.
amazing award-winning piece. And he thought it was genuinely good.
And now it's a cult,
The fact that he thought it was good and it's terrible is why it's funny.
I guess.
You have to like know the lore.
Maybe that's what it is.
As a movie, if you're like, yeah, watch this movie, I'd be like, yeah, you're all dumb. Like, I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Right.
But until I fucking saw it and I read about it and I understood where this idiot came, or that we don't know where he came from, like
Yeah, he's just a nomad.
the guy, he's literally like an alien. Like we don't know. No one knows any of what country he's from, what nationality he is. Nothing. The guy is like off the books.
What movie is it that makes fun of The Room?
It doesn't make fun of it. It's the making of. It's the Disaster Artist.
Disaster Artist. Okay.
And
yes.
and again, you know what I'm going to tell you? See the Disaster Artist and then watch The Room.
Okay, maybe.
You and for anybody listening, watch the Disaster Artist first. It lays you up perfectly, and then you'll understand the references from that when you watch it.
Okay.
Because the acting is fucking terrible, the makeup is fucking terrible, the lighting is god awful. Nobody knew what they were doing on that set.
They just swung it.
But this guy, Tommy Wiseau, thought, "Oh, this is the next Godfather. This is
Right.
everyone's gonna understand me." And I'm just, you could tell it's like from a deep rooted hate that he has for everyone that he's been fucked over from his whole life. You can feel how personal the script is to this guy, where he's like, "Nobody loves me, everybody hates me, I'm just nobody," and then the ending is what the ending is.
Okay.
Like, it's just so bad.
Yeah, I know.
But he thinks it's good.
Okay.
In the interviews I've seen with him, he thinks he's the cat's pajamas, dude. And he's just not.
He is the best thing since sliced bread.
Right. I'm laughing at him because he thinks his pile of dog shit is fucking chocolate ice cream, and it's not. That's why I'm laughing.
Right. So you're laughing at him, not with
I am
him.
so laughing at him.
Okay, that's
There's
sad then. Poor
no,
guy.
it's not. What a piece of trash, amazing movie.
This is a really insulting thing to myself, but because
What?
I love Marilyn Monroe, but all of Marilyn Monroe's movies are
But doesn't that go with like Elvis and everybody else
everybody.
too? Like,
yes,
yeah, those
underwhelming.
Frank Sinatra. And
All
fucking,
underwhelming.
How you gonna? Do you know Ocean's 11 was a Sinatra and James? It was a Rat Pack movie.
Yeah,
like
it was
It
originally.
couldn't have been good.
Yeah,
it just couldn't.
I've never seen that one. Isn't that an original movie? Yeah, I never seen that.
Yeah.
But
I have it because it came in like a 4-pack.
I'm not impressed by Marilyn Monroe's movies. Even the like if you watch her documentaries or like read her stuff, they tell her like constantly stick to print. Like, you know?
Oh man.
But
is
like,
she just a bad actress on top of
she's
it?
terrible.
Really? I've never even
She
seen it.
is like, I like her movies because like to me they remind me of like being a kid because I liked them when I was growing up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I watched Marilyn Monroe movies and old movies like that my whole life, like Calamity Jane, all those kind of movies.
Yeah.
But they're good. Like they remind me of being at home, like sick. You know, like
Sure.
or like something like it brings me to that time. But the movies themselves are awful.
Yeah,
they are not good.
I couldn't imagine.
They're extremely
Anything
underwhelming
from that era.
And she is glorified as this wonderful actress and all this stuff. She's horrible.
Maybe for the time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
There's like I got Casablanca.
Yeah.
Have you seen Casablanca?
I've seen. My grandpa loves that movie. I've seen like parts of it.
It's not even quotable. We've been quoting it wrong. Like just all of it. Like it's. I don't. And by the end of it, it was with all the old timey talk.
Right.
I get lost. I'm like, we don't talk like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like watching a medieval movie.
Right.
Where they're all
it's like 1920s,
whatever
1930s,
it was. Yeah.
1950s.
And by the end of the movie, I was still like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What's
my grandpa will turn us off after this.
Probably. Hey, we need to have him on and he needs to explain what the hell that movie's about.
Yeah.
Because if he likes it, like maybe he knows what it's about.
He loves that movie. It's his like favorite movie. And he's always like Casablanca. I'm like, yeah, I mean, no, I've seen parts of it here and there, but I've never seen it in full.
I had to watch it for a film appreciation class.
Well,
let me tell you,
it's like
I did
one
not
of
appreciate it.
the most famous movies
It
of
is.
all time.
But so is the next one on my list. Have you seen fucking Citizen Kane?
No.
Oh my God.
I don't watch like movies that people are supposed to watch.
No, I was educated on this shit with college. I had to go see this. Like, it fulfilled a requirement to go into a film appreciation class,
right?
Because I was going for radio and media.
Well, it makes sense, yeah.
So they're like, all right, you got to know where TV started and movies started and radio started.
Right.
It was in the curriculum, which was nice. I actually enjoyed the class. One of the few classes I got an A in.
And what was this called? Movie
film appreciation.
Film appreciation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both of these movies I had to watch. I sat through. But Citizen Kane is just about a crotchety old man who fucking gets lonely and dies and fucking like I couldn't even tell you what else happened in the movie. But when it ended, I was like, thank God, get him out of here. Put that motherfucker in a box and get him. He was just a greedy motherfucker.
Just bad.
I don't know. And
is it similar to like The Angriest Man in Brooklyn?
Never seen that either.
Oh, that's a Robin Williams movie.
Oh no, I didn't. But no, and for the time because we learned about it, and I was like, why did we watch this movie?
Right.
And they explained the filming style, the cinematography.
Oh, so that's what
was
it is.
monumental for the time, where they were like doing really low angles, very hard lighting, dark shadows, like high filming and like wide angles, and it was like they took these weird chances where instead of it like being filmed like open, it was like close-ups on the face and just the mouth talking, or just like the sweat dripping down his head. Like it was like a different style.
The drama of it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Like the angles made you anxious, and like the actual cinematography is what made you feel, rather than the story or like what was going on. And I was like, yeah, all right. Again, I respect it,
but you're not a fan.
But I do not like that fucking movie. Fuck that. I'm out.
I gotcha.
Calling it out.
I don't like. I think Pocahontas is underwhelming.
The Disney movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, well, me personally,
I'm not about to defend it as a whole,
yeah.
But I can tell you that for some reason, I mean, you know me, I've been into guns all my life, for some reason, when the settlers would get all geared up and they were like loading up their muskets and shit,
John
and, like,
Smith. Or
yeah,
whatever.
I'd literally be like pulling out my army gear and like
really
running around the house. I was like, "Let's do it! Let's go get them! We're gonna go get them!" I'm like getting all ramped up and fucking like,
yeah, no, I
want to be shooting guns and shit.
I was just out of all the princesses, like I'm underwhelmed by Pocahontas and Sleeping Beauty.
Not my favorite. I mean, but
yeah,
I
like the song.
It
the
holds
color
a weird,
of the mountain or whatever.
The color of your hole
in
the wind.
Yeah, the color of the wind. But the movie, I was like, I remember when it came out, it was like so big. Like I remember being
like
a little
every Disney
kid.
movie was
well,
big.
yeah, when we were kids, every Disney movie was like huge. But I
Not
felt
now.
like no,
Now
there's
they
too
suck.
many. That's
They're
why.
terrible.
And there's just too many going on at once. But yeah, it was just I'm not a fan.
It's awful. The only other one I got on mine is Groundhog Day.
Oh really?
And
You think it's underwhelming?
I didn't like that movie so much that I don't even remember what happened in it.
Yeah, I've seen Groundhog Day like a long time ago. I feel like when I was a kid, we would watch that randomly on TV.
Yeah.
But it's
Bill
not
Murray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just in general,
It's
like
not
it's
anything-
Ghostbusters or bust.
Yeah.
I'm not a Bill Murray fan really. It's not.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters is classic.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. Nail it out of the park.
Underwhelming. So that's our underwhelming list.
Yeah, is that
That's all mine. Actually, I had one more, Tarzan.
Tarzan the live action or
No,
Tarzan
the Disney
again
one.
hating on Disney.
Yeah, I mean, I love Disney, but there are Disney movies that I am not a fan of.
I agree.
And I remember as a kid, like people being like, Tarzan's the best, and I just didn't think so.
Who said Tarzan was the
When
best?
it came out, I remember it being like a big deal. And
I mean, Phil Collins did do the whole soundtrack.
yeah,
That's
and I was
pretty
just not.
intense.
I mean, I like the
But-
music. Like I said, I like the music. Like you'll be in my heart.
Yeah, Phil Collins knocks it out of the park.
But it was. I forgot where I was just now.
Yeah, well, go pick up your phone like that.
Well, no, it's like I.
Well, that's all the time we're going to have today. I guess we're not getting to the rest of this list. I guess today's episode is just talking shit about all the movies we don't like.
I guess so.
The ones that were overrated. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be a multi-parter.
Definitely.
That we didn't understand. At this rate, I'm questioning my actions here.
I'm questioning my sanity.
Yeah, if each one of these genres should have been their own fucking episode.
I agree. I think it should. I think we fucked up.
What are you going to do? Here we are, fucking
up.
What a
surprise.
For your entertainment. But thank you again for joining us. Be sure to join us next week for the continuation of this. We're going to get into all sorts of other action, thriller, comedy, drama, holiday, sports, Disney, cartoons, everything.
All the good stuff.
We're going to talk about our tops. Be sure to go ahead and find us on Instagram. Go ahead and follow the page. Go ahead and send us your slob stories. We didn't have one today, so send us one so we have them for next week.
That's
yeah,
right.
you.
That's right.
Talking to you.
Teen Wolf.
And if you don't want to talk to us, that's fine, but still go ahead and follow us.
I want to know what you guys think about our underwhelming list. So let us know if you like
Do you agree with-
disagree.
Yeah.
What did we miss?
Are we hating on some of your favorite movies, man?
Yeah, right. We want to know.
Sorry.
We want to know. Would you
sorry,
still be
we're
our
not sorry.
friends?
I mean, I really don't care if they're my friends.
No.
I don't have any friends. I don't
right.
need
I have one friend. It's all right.
and if you don't have an Instagram account and you still want to send us an email, tell us something, what's going on in your mind or a slob story, go ahead and send it to our email at 2slobsanonymous@gmail.com.
That's the number
2slobsanonymous@gmail.com. But until then, if you're not having fun,
you got to make your own.
that's right. You got to make your own. We'll see you next week on a brand new episode of Slobs Anonymous
with Joey C and KB.
Cut. I'm out of gas.
These are the underwhelming movies, or
I can't believe how many of those you have.
movies that I
five.
don't like, and a lot of them you're probably not going to agree with.
Excellent. You're about to tell me that.
I kind of did it on purpose. I was like, wait, I hate this movie, and I'm gonna.
And you know I like it.
Yeah.
You just wanted to listen
Bust
to
your
me
balls.
cry about it on the air.
Right.
Fucking
I just put
asshole.
my phone on silent.